Hey everyone, my name is Vincent Pierre and this is my YouTube channel. This is the first video that's going to be posted on this YouTube channel, so I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to take the time and explain what we do and why it started, how it kind of came about. The name of the channel is called Code and Closing, and I am new to coding and I am new to closing. Those are two skills that I want to build, master, and develop because I know that they are important when it comes to my personal success as well as yours, maybe in the future, who knows. And for coding, I enjoy learning about different tools when it comes to AI, and I got involved in real estate. So let me take you back a couple years and explain how this came to be. Originally, I was born in the Caribbean, in Haiti. It is an island, and I've experienced a lot of things when it comes to real estate. I've experienced living in an apartment. I've experienced visiting hotels. I've experienced being homeless. I've experienced owning a house, selling a house. So I staying in tents. So I got to experience a good amount of things and what it means to have shelter and be able to have somewhere you can call a home. And throughout my journey, I learned many different things from different people. One of the biggest takeaway that I gained came about, I would say about 6 or 7 years ago. And that's when I attended college. I went to Grand Canyon University, GCU. And one of the things I learned there wasn't necessarily from my teachers or professors, but it was from a book called Why the Rich Get Richer and Why the Poor Get Poorer, and something about the middle class. You'll have to look it up on your own. The author of this book is one of my favorite authors. His name is called Robert Kiyosaki, and I had a chance to meet him. The books that he wrote completely changed my life. Originally, I was focused on becoming an engineer. That's still one of the things that I'm interested in doing. However, my mindset on how I go about it is completely different. I hope to bring sort of that framework and structure into the businesses that I do. And I hope that you benefit from it, by watching my videos. The big thing that I learned from that book is that it's important for me to think about money differently. It's important for me to think about wealth differently. And I wanted to be healthy, be wealthy. I want to be healthy as well, but I want to be wealthy, and I want to build something that I can leave generationally for my kids and grandkids. Right now I am single, but that will change eventually. And yeah, so that changed my perspective on how I went about things. That book made such an impact. I decided to leave a school. I dropped out, and that, as you can imagine, if you've ever done something like that or heard stories about someone doing something like that, that caused a lot of conflicts with my family and me. Eventually, things got better, but when that news first dropped, it was definitely a shocker. Part of the reason is because I was the role model type of student, and I did what my parents wanted. As a lot of other immigrant kids can relate to, when they're from a different background, a lot of times the parents focus heavily on education, specifically academic education in schools. And my parents were very similar to that. So it caused some conflicts, but we worked things out. And yeah, I went the path of becoming an entrepreneur. I failed many times, let me tell you, and I still enjoy all of the failures, and I take lessons from them to continue helping me grow and build my future. So yeah, that's a little bit of a spiel about me and where I came from. Here's some of the things that I'm hoping that I contribute by making videos on this channel. I am hoping by watching, I give you permission to get out of your comfort zone and to learn new things, to grow, to challenge yourself. And the time that I'm making this video, one of the big things that's going on right now is the popularity of different technologies, specifically in the world of AI. That's one thing that I'll be learning and practicing and improving, and also sharing with you how I code. I am not a coder, I'm not a programmer in the technical sense, but someone can learn it, so can I. Same thing with real estate. Although I've invested, I've purchased my house. When I purchased my first house back when I was 22, which is a big achievement. I did it after reading a lot of books because I was scared, even though mentally, after reading books like Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, even though mentally I knew that investing was something that's important, it still took a lot of courage. And I went the path of reading a lot of books and not taking enough action. I had the opportunity to meet someone who gave me a piece of advice. He was my first mentor when it comes to those sort of things. And what he taught me was the reason that I am reading a lot of books is because I am scared. And he taught me that it was something that was tough for me to hear at the time, but it was the truth. I was just reading books after books, but not taking any action. So I decided to change the way I did things. He told me to put a pause on buying books and reading books and take action on the things that I am learning. So that's what I did. I took action. I actually started my first business in my garage, as interesting as it sounds. And it was a business where I rented my garage. I rented my parents' garage, to be exact. And I think it was making me about $32 per month, and I did that by researching online, figuring out different ways to get involved in real estate, and that was the easiest way for me. I am very proud of that business because that's where I got started. And my customer, my only customer, was actually someone who's involved in real estate. And it's funny how that works out. But yeah, he was actually involved in real estate, and I got to learn a lot from him about taking more action and taking more risk. Yeah, so that's how I got started. I've done many other things. I've tried many other things, and I will continue to try many other things. I know how important it is to stay focused and not getting carried away with shiny objects and things like that. However, because of the position where I'm at, starting new, I don't necessarily know which things I'm gonna be good at. And so I think to some degree it's important to try new things, figure out who you are, figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like. For example, I've tried door knocking for solar. I've tried landscaping. I've tried working at fast food restaurants, working at call centers, doing cold calling. I've also tried being a, what is it called? I'm blanking out on the name. Yeah, I've tried being an insurance agent. So many of those things are experiences that I gained. Uh, Not all of them I enjoyed. I've even tried detailing private jets. That one I did enjoy because I like being around jets. You know, I like flying. It's one of my passion. So yeah, I stumble a lot and I made a lot of mistakes. I've tried many different businesses uh, to the point where I start having trouble keeping track of the names. Not all of them made money. Not all of them are profitable. But the longer I live, I'm able to take bits of information from the things that I've attempted and help me build, help me get stronger, and continue down the journey. This is my journey, and I'm glad that you take the time to watch this video. And yeah, want to make sure that it's something that's going to be valuable for you. And overall, I'm excited. I'm excited for the journey. I'm excited for the growth. I'm excited for your journey as well and your growth to see how you will change over time. And all I can say is welcome, join me for the ride, and subscribe if that's still a thing by the time you see this video. Like and subscribe to the video, and let's get to work. Bye.